Hi everyone, this video is going to show you how to make a translator app. So we're going to go to thunkable.com, get started for free, use your smarteagles.org account, create a new app. Now I'm going pretty quick, so if I'm going too fast, you can always stop and go back and see what I clicked on. We're going to call this Translator and hit create. All right, so this is our Thunkable design location. Here we are in the design tab. I got blocks tab right here. I like to change the screen name to main screen. So start with that. Good. Changes it up here. We have our component list up here. Right now we have nothing in here other than the screen. And then down here is where we have components that we can add. So one of the components I want to add is a button. Bring that over. I'm going to change this to our translate button. I'm going to keep it as a button so I know when I look at it that this is a button, not a label or anything else. I want to change this text for the user to see to translate. So they know to click on that to translate whatever they have. It could change the color, font size, background color, all that kind of stuff if you want to down here in the properties. The next thing I want to bring in is a label. Put that above it. Yep, perfect. If it didn't go above it, you can always redo it by looking at the purple line here, like that, or coming up here and changing them around like this, where the red line is. That's also a way to rearrange things on your screen. All right, and this label, I'm going to call it the, again, I'd like to keep label on there, but I'm going to just call it the translation label. Okay. And I want to put in the text, a little bit of something helpful for the user. Here is where, oops, spell it right, where your translated text will be located. Does that make sense? Here's where, yeah. All right. I don't like that it's over here. I like it to be more centered. So I'm going to scroll down here and go to text align and center it. Yeah, I like that. The last thing two more things I need. One is the text input, a place for the user. See, where's that purple line? There it is. And drop it in for the user to input the text. So I'm going to leave that right there as text input because it kind of pretty much sums it up. And I'm going to leave that hint here, type here. That again sums it up, tells the user to type in their text there. What I don't want to, what I do want to change is come down here and change the margins. I want this stuff to be spread out a little bit. So my top, I'm going to make a margin of 20. That's going to push the translation label up a little bit. And I'm going to put a 20 at the bottom. That's going to push my translate button down a little bit, just to kind of spread things out on the screen. That looks good. One more thing we need. This is not in the user. The user is not going to be able to see this. So I'm going to make these go away. And this is where I want to be in the voice one. I'm going to grab the translator. Now, you can also go in here to search and just search for translator. There you are. And drag that in. And it is a non-visible component, so it shows up down here on this area of the screen, and it shows up here under invisible components in this part of the screen. So now we can see, make sure yours looks the same. You have a screen, I called mine main screen. You have a label, I called mine translation label. You have an input, text input component, I left mine alone, called it text input 1. You have a translate button, I called mine translate button, and then you have the translator component. In the translate component, we want to come over here to the properties of that component, and we want to switch it to translate into Spanish. So I just started typing in Spanish, and there it is. It shows me only the ones that are close to that. So there that is, all done with the design. Now let's go into blocks. All right, so for blocks, what do I want it to do? Well, when the user clicks the button, I want it to translate whatever they've typed in. So I'm going to start off with my button. Click on my translate button, get the block that says click on it. I want it to translate, so I need to use the translator component to call the program that's already built into that component is the translate component. And right now it's set up to translate hello. I don't want it to translate hello. I want it to translate whatever the user has typed into the text property. So right here, the text property of the text input component. So I'm going to put that there. Well, get it to click in there. Perfect. So again, I click the translate button. It calls or does the translation code, and it translates the text that's in the text input that the user inputted into that, and it's going to give me the results and the status. What do I want it to do after it does that? Well, I want it to display that translation to the user. Where do I want them to display it? In the translation label. So I'm going to click on the translation label, and I want it to change the text right here. I want to set the text to something else. What I wanted to set to? The results. I wanted to set it to the results of our translation. And so this is it. And I think this should work. Let's try it out. Click on live test. Type in something. Hello, Mr. Herd. And translate. And there it is. Hola, Senor Herd. So it seems to be working. I want to try a few more things out. Like, have a good day. And translate. Okay, hopefully that's right. It seems to be working though. The last thing you guys are going to do is go to share, generate a link, copy that link, go to Google Classroom, and paste that link into the submit area of the today's assignment and hit submit. Thank you very much.